Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dr. Quack podcast. Got another jam-packed, action-packed episode here, live in a living color. Not as being recorded. But, so we got a lot of great stuff to talk about today. Two things that just came out. Luke Kuechly, at 30 years old, officially going to retire. I can't believe it, folks. That just blows my mind. I mean, one of the great linebackers definitely in the league, as young as he is, just says, I'm done. The bigger thing that blows my mind is Larry Fitzgerald, as old as he is still saying, I'm going to go. I got another year at least. I can understand both perspectives because, the CTE, that's a big thing in the NFL, and nobody wants brain damage. Nobody wants to deal with major concussions, things like that, Troy Aikman syndrome. But, in the same respect, the love of the game. And that's exactly what, Larry Fitzgerald has, the love of the game. Andrew Luck is one of those guys that retired before 30, and, I get it. It makes sense. So I kind of respect both decisions. But, I just want to say happy retirement over there to Luke Kuechly. Now, I'm going to move on here because it's football season still, right? Good old football! That's right. The AFC and NFC championship game. They will be happening this Sunday, both of them. Going to be interesting, I'm telling you. The Titans taking on the Chiefs. Now, you look at this, okay? The Titans beat the Patriots, right? The Titans beat the Ravens convincingly. Beat them both. And they're now in the AFC Championship game. And they take on Andy Reid, who beat up the Texans, who was down 24-0 at halftime. Texans blew it. They just said, we're just going to start playing. I like to look at the trigonometry scale on this. And I like to, you look at both of them here. This is my far-fetched idea. I've put this out before, but now I'm going to put it here live on the Dr. Quack podcast. I'm going to put it here and I'm going to say, who hosted the NFL draft? Who hosted it? Tennessee, Nashville. Did the NFL make a lot of money off that? They sure did. They decided to plant some trees to make sure all the Tennesseans were happy down there in Nashville. But they made a boatload of money as a new spot. And they'll probably do it again there soon, I can imagine. So what's your reward for hosting the NFL draft? Here, let's get you a Super Bowl ring. Your team needs it. The last time you were in the Super Bowl was the last century. I think it was 99-2000 season. I believe that was when the Rams beat them. That 1 yard right here, right here, But you were right here, so Yeah. And then you've got Andy Reid, of course, with the Chiefs. He's been needing a ring for, as long as he's been playing. He's been to one Super Bowl, won the many AFC and NFC championship games. Should go in the Hall of Fame, probably will, but a ring will solidify everything. So my prediction on this, on that half, I'm taking the Tennessee Titans in an upset to beat the Chiefs. There's so many ways this could work, I'm telling you. The trigonometry scale has everything pointing to Tennessee. They want an underdog to win this. They don't have the constant champion now in the Patriots. They don't have the league MVP in there in Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, so they don't have that. The other half of the coin, you have the NFC Championship game. You have the 49ers taking on the Green Bay Packers. And you think about that. Okay, 49ers, right? Jimmy Garoppolo, Kyle Shanahan, young coach, young quarterback in this league. Taking on Aaron Rodgers, who now has a defense. And it's gotten old. He's still throwing the ball pretty decent. Like Brady, he's throwing the ball decent, but now he's got a defense that's carrying him more than him. Actually going out there and winning the game for him. My prediction on that, I'm going to take the 49ers. I believe, the 49ers will take on the Titans. It won't shock me to see it the other way, though, because I'm going to tell you, if the Chiefs end up playing the Packers, you have Super Bowl I rematch, which always sounds good for a storyline, right? You also have State Farm rematch, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. So much money involved in this. I'm not that I'm saying football's rigged. It is, in my opinion. It is. I know a lot of people are going to look at me like, no, it's not. How can you do that? Dude, go watch videos on YouTube. I've posted them on my channel. I think I've talked about it in the past on why football is rigged. There's so much information. If you're looking for it, hit me up. I will gladly provide it to you. I will do that for you. But yeah, I'm going to take Titans and the 49ers there. The reason why, who's the coach over there at the Titans there? Former Patriot. Who's their starting quarterback? Former Patriot. It's going to be a Patriot Super Bowl without the Patriots in it. That's my guess. But, on the big and better things here, because it's coming up here on the 26th, WWE Royal Rumble. That I can't wait for. One of my favorite events in professional wrestling. Probably my 4. Of course, WrestleMania. I like SummerSlam because SummerSlam's always got it going on. The big 4. Survivor Series and the Royal Rumble. Them 4 right there. Royal Rumble's always special because 30 men enter the ring. Friend versus friend. Foe versus foe. Brother versus brother. Sister versus sister. Who knows, folks? It's going to be a good one there. I'm going to run down the card here as it stands right now. As far as I know, this is what I got. There might be a few more matches that haven't been announced, but I'm waiting to see if they will be. Roman Reigns, Baron Corbin. Of course, King Corbin. A lot of people think he's a crappy worker. I think he's pretty good. I like him. I like him because he draws the heat. Yes, his work rate is not exactly the strongest, but it's not the worst. It's good enough. And I think him and Roman Reigns will have a solid matchup. I'm going to take Roman Reigns to win it because they love to push him, and it's going into WrestleMania. I wouldn't expect Baron Corbin to come out there and win this match. At least not clean. Let's put it that way. He's won dirty in the past. It will not shock me to see him win dirty again. But I'll go with Roman Reigns on this one. Women's Championship match. Raw Women's Championship match. We have Becky Lynch versus Asuka. That right there is main event quality at its finest when it comes to the women's division. That's going to be a great match. That probably, outside the Rumble, will steal the show. That will definitely set up everything. And I'm going to take Asuka. I'm going to take Asuka to end Becky Lynch's reign. I mean, she's had it forever. We get it. You don't need to travel into another WrestleMania. I really wouldn't want to see it. I would rather see Asuka. Asuka, a talented worker as she is, had that streak, and then had her WrestleMania match with Charlotte Flair, lost it, and everything kind of went downhill. She deserves to come back up. That's just my opinion. We'll see what the E does with that, but I'm going to take Asuka. That's my thoughts. Universal title, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, taking on Daniel Bryan. I'm telling you. Another match here. If you watched, the last pay-per-view there, Miz taking on Bray Wyatt in his Mr. Rogers outfit. That was classic and still, beat him real easy. It took a lot of the punishment and then, of course, got the victory. So I'll take, The Fiend to retain his title. I can see him going into Mania. I mean, I'm sorry, Daniel Bryan just ain't cutting the mustard. If I had to book this card, I'm booking The Fiend because I know The Fiend's going to draw. People want to see him in action at all times. He is, Bray Wyatt's Funhouse there. People love that skit. It is one of the best skits to probably hit wrestling in a long time. It really has drawn a lot of people in. So let me move on here. My 2 favorite battle royals here. That's right, the men and the women's. I'm going to start with the men's here. 30 men going to enter. Number 1, as proclaimed last week, Brock Lesnar says he's going to enter number 1 and win the whole thing. He's going to take on 29 other people and throw them out. By the way, Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin, they will be in that Rumble as well. So they're going to have a match. They'll be a little gassed. That'll be interesting. Let's see how they turn out. But I'm going to take Brock Lesnar. I love this. If Brock Lesnar can win this at number 1, the number of people have won it at number 1, just going to tell you, the number of people that have won it at number 1 is very slim. Shawn Michaels, Chris Benoit, those are the 2 I could think of. I think there's a third. You might be able to tell me. Can't remember that far back right now. But it's not very many people who win from number 1. I mean, even 1 through 5 is a little higher number. But it's not like this. I guarantee it's not 10 people. 27 is the magic number in the Royal Rumble, by the way. More winners have came from number 27 than anywhere else. You know, and so many people, you know, have catapulted their careers from the Royal Rumble. But I can see it. This is my thoughts. I think Brock Lesnar is going to win it. And then, as the Universal Champion, this is what we're all hoping. He challenges The Fiend at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. They're going to unite these titles. I almost would want to see that. That would be something I would love to see. I'm going with Brock. I just don't see anybody else, you know, really going out there that really has the major push that make you go, yeah, they're going to win the Rumble. I don't see it. Women's, you know, and this is pretty simple for me because, I mean, you look at the 2 women that are fighting for the Raw's Women's title, right? Which they haven't really announced who's fighting on SmackDown yet. Not to my knowledge. It might have changed. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But I'm going to take Charlotte Flair to win the Women's Rumble. I mean, who else can you take? Yeah, you can take Alexa Bliss if you wanted. There's a few, Nikki Cross in there, the Iconics. And there's other people. But nobody's standing out like Charlotte Flair. You know, yes, she's riding her daddy's tailcoats, but she's proven herself in her own right. I'll give her that. You know, her longevity is going to help her out. She got to start because of her dad, but she's starting to make her own way. So I'll give her that. I think she wins it, and I think she meets either Asuka or Becky Lynch. I think it'll be Asuka because that would be the rematch from last year. You know, I would love to see that match again. That would be something that I think would be great to watch. 2 more matches that I don't know if they have been announced yet or going to be announced, but I'm going to talk about them. The Intercontinental title match. Shinsuke Nakamura, Braun Strowman. I mean, according to reports, they've been planning this for a while for them 2 to work, which I would like that. You know, I think, you know, Braun's like, you know, heavy strength, power moves, you know, and he gets over with the fans well and needs a title. He deserves a title. You know, Shinsuke Nakamura with his quickness, his martial arts, his kicks, you know, his talent. It should make a solid matchup. If I had to go between one or the other, I think Braun wins this belt. Braun may not hold that belt long. Don't be shocked. You know, but I think he deserves to at least be a champion somewhere. I mean, good God, the guy's huge. He's put over more people than he should have. I'll put it that way. U.S. title, Andrade taking on Rey Mysterio. That is what we're thinking here, folks, on the other half of this belt. You know, the SmackDown Championship, secondary title, however you want to call it. You know, I think Rey Mysterio goes out there and wins it if they have to work each other. I mean, he's doing it for Dominic. Dominic's supposed to be coming back into the Rumble. So we're going to see if that actually... Not into the Rumble, I'm sorry. He's supposed to be coming, you know, eventually to work, you know, in the WWE. I can't wait to see his match. I mean, you guys saw when Brock Lesnar threw him around and it looked good. His bumps look great. So I don't know how he's going to work in the ring, but I know he can take a good beating. So I'm giving him that. I'll take Rey Mysterio to win it. You know, probably go into WrestleMania. One of the undercards for sure with that belt. Now, I'm going to do a little feature here. A little bit of a quack attack. That's right, quack attack. I'll give you my movie of the week. This is something I wanted to kind of bring up too. It's a little off topic. Movie of the week to watch if you have not seen it, in my opinion. Ready or Not. Ready or Not is a movie that came out in 2019. I've watched it on the Kill Count. Yes, I'm referring to Kill Count. If you like horror movies, check out that channel. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. I've learned so much stuff from that channel alone. Plus, I love the Golden Chainsaw and the Dull Machete. But, ready or not, I saw this on there before I watched the movie. And then I watched the movie and I was still, in awe with it. I thought it was great. Pretty much about a woman and a man getting married and they join into a family. And they play a special game. Trust me, there's a lot of kills, a lot of gore, a lot of violence. Definitely something I highly recommend. If you've seen it, write down here in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what your thoughts were on that. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Rumble. And, of course, the AFC NFC Championship game. I'm curious to hear who everybody's picking to win the Super Bowl. I am taking the Titans to win the Super Bowl. I'm on board. Why not? Mike Vrabel, he's coaching his team. Derrick Henry, Alabama guy. That's the guy. That's the one that is who I'm hoping wins the Super Bowl. But that's all I got, folks. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Like I said, like, subscribe, share this podcast. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. I'm out.